Hi, I'm Sheilaa Hite, world-class astrologer, tarot master, spellcaster, medium, and all-around magical being. And I'm here today to talk to you about the week in astrology. It will be an interesting week. I think it has the potential to be a chaotic week and a very tense week. However, you don't have to let tension and chaos lead you. The things to keep in mind are, on Tuesday, Mercury, the planet of communication, the planet of plans, the planet of writing, the planet of how we gather and process information, is going to be in a square, frictional aspect to the planet Pluto, the planet of transformation, the planet of control, the planet of deep healing. When Mercury is in an abrasive or harsh aspect to Pluto, words can get out of hand. So keep in mind that words have consequences. Keep in mind that Pluto wants to satisfy its impulses, and Mercury has got something to say. But sometimes satisfying your impulses and saying what you've got to say don't really work in the big picture. So this is an excellent time to know the truth. Mercury square Pluto, Mercury knowing things, Pluto the ultimate truth. It's an excellent time to know the truth, not necessarily a great time to speak that truth to the person you've come to know the truth about. In other words, diplomacy, diplomacy, diplomacy. And know what you know. Keep it for another time, perhaps another time, another way will be the best time and the best way to express it to this person. But right now, simply know what you know. The next aspect is on Thursday. Thursday is the sun, the life force, the ego, the heart. The sun is going to be, here's the sun, it's going to be opposition the planet Uranus. The planet Uranus rules unexpected, uncontrollable, who knew? Anything can happen with Uranus when Uranus is involved. So Uranus opposition the sun. That means literally anything can happen. That means up is down, black is white, left is right. Anything can happen. What you need to do is stay focused, stay balanced, and stay grounded. Because if you don't allow yourself to be pushed around by the elements, by the energies of the day, that sun opposition Uranus is like a push-pull. Don't allow yourself to be pulled by Uranus, because who knows where you're going to be pulled. Don't allow yourself to be pulled by your ego, because who knows what the impetus for that is. Allow, when the sun is opposition Uranus, allow that a lot is going to be said, a lot is going to be thought, and a lot's going to be done. But also allow that you don't have to be the one to say these things. You can think what you think. Uranus is insight and brilliance, and sometimes that insight and brilliance can help the situation. But for the most part, on a day when the sun is opposition Uranus, it's a good idea to keep your own counsel. It's a good idea to note what is being said, note how it's being said, and kind of stand back and see how things work themselves out, rather than you're putting in your 2 cents worth. Because you're putting in your 2 cents worth may not help the situation. Now, another thing that's great with the sun opposition Uranus is you have an opportunity for great insight, not only because Uranus rules insight, but because being put in an unusual perspective, being put in an unexpected position, you can see things differently. Combine that with insight, divine insight, and what enlightenment. It's an opportunity on this day when the sun is opposition Uranus for great insight. Insight that just comes to you, and it can completely change your life. Give yourself a chance to see what's happening. You don't have to say what's happening. You just have to observe and be aware of what's happening and not be pulled along by the forces, because the forces are not necessarily going to assist you in making the peace that you've broken by being pulled along by the forces. The peace that you need when you have Uranus opposition the Sun, or the Sun opposition Uranus, is you need the peace of knowing what you know and letting that be enough. You don't need to let everybody know that you know. You only need to know what you know. A couple of other things happening this week. On Friday, the planet Venus, the planet of balance, of women, of fairness, of value, especially self-value, the planet of beauty and healing, that planet goes into the sign of Capricorn. So it leaves Sagittarius, freewheeling Sagittarius, and it goes into Capricorn, stable, earthbound Capricorn. So this is a great time to sit and make lists of how you want your next year to be, because we're practically in the next year. You're going to list what is valuable to you, Venus. You're going to list how you want things to be, the stability you want in your life, Capricorn. You're going to list the profit you want your life to deliver to you, Capricorn. Venus is also one of the rulers of material goods and money. So this is a great time to take stock of where you are, where you want to be, and start looking towards getting there. The other planetary change will be the planet Mercury, communication, how we gather and process information. Mercury is going into the intuitive, direct sign of Scorpio. Mercury in Scorpio is an extremely intuitive time. You will know what's being said before the thought is completed in the other person's mind. This does not mean you always need to say something. Remember, the theme of this week is maybe this isn't the thing for you to say. It is what you need to be aware of, paying attention to. Mercury in Capricorn is excellent. If you really want to know secrets, it's a fabulous time to figure out just what's going on and how it's going on and who it's going on with. Because Mercury, knowledge, Scorpio, secrets. So it's a fabulous time. It's also a great time because Scorpio's other people's values. Mercury is, again, how you gather and process information. This is a good time to become aware of other people's values and how they work with yours, or if they work with yours. If their values do not work with yours, it might be a good time for you to have a serious talk with yourself about who it is you're hanging out with, who it is you're comparing yourself to. It's a great opportunity for you to get very clear about yourself, to tell yourself some truths that might be hard truths at other times, but now with Mercury and Scorpio, the truths just roll right out and you can face them and you can even state them to yourself. So let this be a great week, a week of gentle but definite change with planets changing signs, and a week of observe it, see what you see, but let's not necessarily talk about it. It's not a time to enter into wordplay because, as I said before, words have consequences, and you don't really want to pay for something you don't really want. So on that note, have a great week. See what you see, know what you know, and use it to your advantage. Take care. Lots of joy. Bye.